One more way that I'd like to show you how to perform a hypothesis test in RStudio. It's going to require us to be able to install a package. So here in RStudio, you need to click on the Packages tab down here in the bottom right corner, and then I'm going to click on Install. Okay, so here the package name that I am going to install is called BSDA. So it needs to be uppercase, no lowercase letters, and then make sure that you also have the box clicked off that says install dependencies. So here I'm going to say install, and it's going to go through the internet and install it, which it has. And now I need to load it as well. So either I could find it alphabetically, which here it is right here, or I could go to this little search tab and type in BSDA and then check this box off. So that's the process of installing and then loading it. Okay, so what this has done for us is allowed us to use the command called tsum.test. Okay, so tsum.test is going to be able to perform a hypothesis test for us, but we're going to need to have some of these elements here. So I'm going to show you how this works. Inside of tsum.test, when my cursor is inside the brackets there, I'm going to press tab. And it's going to tell me the kinds of things that this command is looking for. So here it's asking for the mean of x. So the mean of x here happened to be 3.10595 and so forth. So that's 3.109,503. And I'm going to put a little comma, and then I'm going to press tab again. And it's going to tell me it needs the standard deviation of x. And so here you can see the standard deviation of x happens to be 0.39816. And then another comma. And I'm going to press the tab button, and it's going to ask for the sample size. So here you can also see that the sample size was 101. Finally, I need to tell it what the sign in the alternative hypothesis is. So I can do that by selecting here this command called alternative. And then I'm going to use the brackets to use the word less. Okay, so there are three options. Less, the less than sign is what you choose when your alternative has the less than sign. However, if you want a two-tailed test, you would type two-sided. And if you wanted a upper tail test, or a greater than sign was in your alternative, then you would have to type the word greater. Okay, so in my case, I have the less than sign in my hypothesis, so I'm going to put the less than sign. And then one last thing that I'm going to do is to tell R the confidence level is actually 0.95. So remember that significance level, which is alpha, which is the probability of making a type 1 error, is 5%. Therefore, the confidence level, which is 1 minus alpha, must be 95%. After giving R these commands and I press enter, then here it looks like I've made some sort of mistake. I know the thing that I'm missing. Okay, so let me just press up, which brings back all of the things that I've previously written. And the one thing that I'm missing is actually this command called mu. So mu is where you can tell it what the value in the hypothesis actually is, which is 3.3. Sorry, now when I press enter, now you'll see that here R gives me the test statistic, which I also calculated another way. It gives me the degree of freedom, which I also calculated by hand. And it gives me the p-value here, which I also have calculated in a different way. So here is sort of a one-stop shop for you to be able to use a command in R. Make sure that you remember all of the inputs that it needs, including the mu, and then you can have R provide you the hypothesis test that way.